Man, rewatching this movie 1 week away from the sequel, it's an amazing thing, if you believe it. And I'm recounting this as a week before the second one coming out. I just want to show you that I'm prepared for the second one because I rewatched the first one and I just really love the first one. I think it's just I never felt that in my life that excited for the movie. Like I think since I cannot remember which movie that was, but I think during the editing I can show you which one was that. But just to scrap up, I just still enjoy the first film, man. And as you see, this is recounting a week before the second one. I'm saying that again. It's unscripted, but you know, just to know you that I'm just prepared for the second one, and I hope you all too are prepared for that. Hello, guys. It's me again, Max, recording one day before the Bad Guys 2 coming out. If you ask me why I'm saying this very quiet, because my parents are sleeping and I don't want to wake up. As you can see, tomorrow we're getting finally the Bad Guys 2, and the review will come, I think, very soon. I hope so. After I'm gonna watch the movie, and you see that we're in my country is 21:54, which is almost 2 hours away from 12 a.m. in my country. Well, in yours, you're gonna just, you're gonna have a day. Let's just say you have a morning or something. I'm just so excited for that movie. And I hope so that you're all gonna watch this movie in the future too. And yeah, that's about it. Hello everyone, it's me, Maxtop again, back in here in another video. I hope you had a great weekend, cause it's finally the Bad Guys 2 have released into the whole wide world, and everyone just enjoying the movie. If you see my review, well, I want to say thank you for watching my non-spoiler review, and as I promised, the spoiler review it's here right now, upload. And today what we're gonna talk about, it's about a lot about the Bad Guys to and the about this the ending explain, post-credit scene, and the future for a franchise, and possibly the Bad Guys 3 release date. Everything in this video. Alright, let's begin. If you don't know what the Bad Guys is, the Bad Guys 2, it's a sequel to the movie from 2022, named with the same name, The Bad Guys. And if you've not seen yet, I'm telling you, you gotta see this movie. In my opinion, it may be one of the best DreamWorks movies ever made. In my opinion, up to Shrek, Madagascar, and How to Train Your Dragon. If you haven't seen the first one, or even the second one, go see it before, because I don't want to spoil anything for you in this video. Alright, let's, aside from all that warnings, let's get to the spoiler review. So as we say, the movie starts as the trailer started too, in Egypt, with Mr. Wolf arriving with his new gadget and his gang just trying to get their car. And while watching that movie, I thought they getting back their car. But as we know, that is 5 years time jump. When we see that they actually this is the origin story, how they got their car. And what's more surprising, this is the first time when Webbs was joined to the Bad Guys. And later, the whole heist opening scenes at the beginning, man, it was just a pure action. That scene just show you how the Bad Guys works as a team and as a friends. And I just like the moments when Webbs was just kind of like stressed and all, because it was like her first day in the Bad Guys. And I just love how Mr. Wolf was just telling her, "I will get used to it." Just, I think that was a fun opening scene to open the movie, and of course the time job when Mr. Wolf says, "I will never buy another car again," and then 5 years later he just gets a blue car. I think that was a funny transition, and as of course always, as he said in the first movie, just gritting ass with a four-wheel brake, just like in the first one, and and just like in the short films, he's doing the same, just recapping the whole first film, telling about our new stuff, just stuff. So for example, like they trying to get a job. Even after when they save the city, they still can't get a job. And in many scenes that like Webb's trying to get gets trying to get to the some I think computer programming, but she doesn't get a job. Mr. Brown doesn't get a job too. Mr. Shark doesn't get a job too, and Mr. Wolf almost get a job in a bank, but didn't get it. So like I think that part of the movie is just like come on dude, like can you imagine being them like I saved the city and I cannot get a job. Like it's I think it's just sad. Get Speaking about the characters, let's talk about all the bad guys. Starting with Mr. Wolf, of course. Oh, oh man. I was just so happy to get back to this world with him. He is just, I think, my favorite character in fiction right now. Like, I think it's just his charm, his voice, and just him being smooth. I've and it's just like I just like his character in this movie. Really, I just like his relationship with Diane. I like his dynamics with his bodies and all that struggle when he goes throughout the movie is just I think it's a pretty good one. But it doesn't mean that the rest of the gang doesn't do anything. Like Mr. Stink still maybe grumpy like in the first one, but he's our grumpy man. Mr. Shark, like in the first one, also steals the show with being the most funniest character in the movie. Mr. Piranha as healthy in the first one, but still doing that much. And Webb's, well, being herself. I think Chief Miss Deluxe in this one, I think giving her character development or something, just giving her character in this movie was pretty interesting actually in my opinion. Like in the first movie is that in the first movie you see her like, oh no, like come on dude, she cannot stop the bad guys. Oh, she's that kind of worst character in the movie. But in this movie they give her a character and it's just I think they did actually a pretty good job. And of course now we are getting to three characters that I really want to talk about. With of course starting with Professor Marmalade. I think he is more enjoyable character than in the first one. I think just the way they making in the interviews they say that he's kind of like Hannibal Lecter type villain, and I think it's just well he was like that. Well, I would not say like that. Like never I will tell you one thing: never trust interviews what they say. But it doesn't mean Marmalade is a bad character in here. I think he was pretty enjoyable and just him, just the way he's just acting, he's just talking and that prison scene with Diane. I think it was pretty. I think hey, it was actually good. Like the way he said, "Do you want to play a game?" Like, oh, he already gives me some Jigsaw vibes here, and just like but the worst thing about him is just him like, why did they make him buff? Like, I got buff healthy flashbacks. I just cannot stand this. Like, it's just even Diane was disgusted by that. Like, yeah, I don't want to not even think about it. the villains in this movie, the bad girls, were actually pretty surprising. That I was not disappointed that they were a bad villains, which is just, bad characters. And I think in this movie, I think they're now one of my favorite DreamWorks villains for now, I would say. Starting with Kitty Cat, which is the main villain. I just like her. Like, I just like how she is just like that angry person, I think. Like, just the way, her face expressions, her voice, I think I think just liking that villain. Like, the way she is frightening, I haven't seen that type of villains since, I don't know. Like, I think it's just this type of character makes you want to hate her. Like, I don't know, you just don't know if you want to like her or just don't like her as a character or as a villain. Just, I think the way she just was frightening Mr. Wolf, it was just like, yeah, I would not mess with that cat. The two other members, Pictor and Doom, were actually pretty good too. And I think Pictor is one of my favorite characters. I think she's pretty quirky, fun, and the character's just like, I think I like that character. And the man, the scene at this festival and her fight with the bad guys was just like, yeah, I don't want to mess with her too. It's just amazing, I would say. Amazing, like, just like, and like, say I'm just stressing out. I don't know what to say, because this is the first time I'm doing a spoiler review. So I'm sorry if I'm just like saying the same stuff over and over again, or just don't telling some spoilers or something. I'm just apologizing if you're still watching that video. Anyways, let's go back to the review. I think just Pigtail. I think I just like Pigtail. I just like her. And now about Doom. Man, she is, let's just say, a pretty despicable. Say, I mean, I think Doom is kind of like my least favorite. Like, I think I like her relationship with Mr. Snake. Even if they even betray them, Mr. Snake is just like, you betray me. You're the woman of my life. Like, man, like, I find that sweet. Now that we talk about all the characters that are, now let's talk about the main star of the movie, I would say, and even my favorite waifu, Diane Foxy Den, the Crimson Paw. Okay, all the joke aside, she is one of my favorite characters too. Not general in this movie, but even in the first movie, or just my favorite character in general. I am so happy that she isn't boring or something in that movie, because you did it. You still make her cool, and I like every scene when she stole it. Like, I think the scene at the gym with her and Wolf was a pretty cute one. Like, the just Mr. Wolf just saying, "Wait a minute, you are the Crimson Paw," and she's just kick him into the wall, and he's just like, "I'm fine." I think that was pretty fun. I think that was a cute moment, and her fight with the bad girls. I like that. I just liking. I loving it. Loving it, dude. Like, I'm just loving it. And her lines that movie, still quotable like in the first one. I just loving it. Like, thank you, just thank you. You know how much a typical simp waited for that? 3 years. 3 years of jubility, I do say. It was worth it waiting to see her again. And her character in this movie, I was like, I wish she was in more scenes, but hey, It wasn't bad actually. I still enjoy her. I still enjoy her in every scene. So, in her new gadget, like this kind of like jetpack back gadget is kind of reminds me of that one gadget that Hiccup made it in Hatchet and Dragon 2. You know, during the opening scene with when he's flying with Toothless, if you know what I mean. I just luck in it. I think the plot in general is not bad actually. It's not bad. I think the plot when of course the bad guys try to do a job with the bad girls, you know, to not get Diane exposed, reveal her identity. I think that's a good plot. And does it work? Well, yeah. And in the third act, oh my god. You don't know how much my heart was just popping in fear while watching that whole third act. Like, it's even more hard than in the first one. Like, the scene when Mr. Wolf almost did his job. Did his. Like, he failed his promise to Diane. Like, you don't know what feeling it was in the fear of feeling like, oh no, like, and the moment even when Diane gets noticed by notifications of people saying, we trusted you, it hit hard. Like, it really hit hard. Like, my heart was pounding so fast at that moment. I think even more harder in my life before. Like I think I predict this in my universe, which is Grugan universe, it happened that Diane identity was exposed. But seeing this in the movie, it hits hard actually. And it's just like, oh man, come on, she doesn't deserve this. None of them deserve this. And the scene when the rocket is flying. The bad girls are in the rocket, just flying to the moon, get all the gold in the world. Diane is inside, and Mr. Wolf just in a helicopter with his gang, jumping off. That scene was just amazing. Like that felt like something from Mission Impossible. Like it was just. I think it is now one of my favorite scenes from the movie ever. Like every second, every bit, every clip of the second, every bit of the music just hitting my heart and just thinking to my mind like, are they gonna make it? Are they not gonna do? Man, there's just so many emotions right off. And the moment they jump. Cinema, baby, I would say. Cinema. And I was just so happy, like, I know it. I predict that this gonna happen. And it was just a great feeling. And now jumping to the space sequence, they did the space sequence. Wow. Just wow. Like the sound design is just making my skin crawl. Like, I gotta say, I'm kind of scared of space. And kind of think this is beautiful. Just the whole space sequence was just so good, man. Like, so good. And the final fight between Mr. Wolf and Kitty Cat. It was one of the most hyped final battles I saw in the movie. And I think it's one of my favorites too. And the way just Kitty Cat just choking him to death. I was just thinking like, oh no, they're gonna lose. But then Diane attacking her. Cool. It was just like, yes. And now, the important moment that we all wanted. It is, of course, Mr. Wolf, which is Mr. Wolf and Diane kiss. It happened and I was just... Yes, I'm just happy that this is canon. Like, no longer in my universe. No, that didn't happen just in my universe. Now that happened in canon, and I am just... Woohoo! just cheering if you're being happy, just smiling just smiling with happiness. And now getting to the ending, that I'm mixed on it. Faking their deaths, I was just laying in the field like, no, they did not. They did not. They did not. Look, I don't hate the ending. Like, them joining to secret agency, there's a lot of potential that this can be fun. But on the mix on it, like, if you think about it more, it's kind of sad actually. Like in Mission Impossible, I didn't feel that sad for Ethan. Like, yeah, it said like you have to live now in secret for the rest of your life. But with the bad guy, it's different because this is the characters that I care. And I'm just like, now, there's just so many questions like, who's gonna be a new governor? Like, who's gonna be in charge now? Like, what they gonna do now? Are they gonna come back? Are they gonna come back to life? Are they gonna go to public saying, we are alive actually, we fake our deaths? Will the public accept them again or not? Which is we gonna jump off to the theories and the future for the franchise. After the credits roll, we see Marmalade being in space, all scared, then laughing, and of course reminding us he's a villain, and he's just saying time to go home, and he's just fly away, far, far away in the galaxy. For those who don't know, Marmalade in the books, it's an alien, and a guinea pig disguise. Yeah, it sounds crazy. And now, what that whole post-credit scene means, and what that doesn't mean for the future of the franchise and the third film, which is we're gonna now jump on to the theories. As we know, after the post-credit scene, Marmalade is going to space, and like I said before, he is an alien in a guinea pig form. And what his plan can possibly be. So far, we don't know, but what we can get from the books, which is I haven't read, it gave me an idea that he's playing something with probably a new machine, I think, with this new material that we got in the movie. I cannot remember the name of it, but it was something like, I really just cannot remember it. See? It's just when I think about too much about this movie, I just cannot remember a thing, because I have to rewatch it. I have to rewatch it when it comes digital. But yeah, I think that possibly Marmalade gonna return in his alien form, still buff, but in alien form. And speaking about the books, I think they might adaptate the Down on the Dark Lord book. If you don't know what Down of the Dark Lord book is, it's a book in the Bad Guy series about where Mr. Snake is possessed by some dark force in the universe, and it's just, I don't know, but from what I heard from that book is crazy, and I'm more excited to read the rest of the book of the Bad Guys. And I heard it's a pretty good book and it's a pretty good run. So, I mean, there's just like a lot of books they can obtain. Like, there's a book when they're going back into the time. There's a book when they're just transformed to different things. Like, for example, Mr. Shark is transformed to the lamp. And what's funny, Marmalade I think will be no longer the only buff. Because in the books, one time, Mr. Wolf got buff. I'm not joking. So, we might expect in the third film a buff Mr. Wolf. Oh my god. I'm telling you, internet will go wild if they're gonna put this. I bet you they're gonna do it. And there's also the book where he's just going big, kaiju size, Godzilla style. There's just so many possibilities that they can go with it. Me personally, I want it. Those books sounds crazy, and I just cannot wait to just get into a world back, to read those books, and just enjoy it. The next thing I want to talk about might be not possibly, but imagine this. What if they could do the crossover between Penguins of Madagascar Like I don't know. I think that idea is, in my opinion, fun, and I know there can be no possibility of any Madagascar returning franchise, returning of the Penguin Oscar franchise. But I think, I wouldn't mind a crossover between them. Like I think there's just perfect two DreamWorks franchises to be in crossover. And plus, in the Wikipedia, when you're gonna look up on the DreamWorks developer schedule, you can see the untitled fourth Madagascar film. Nothing is confirmed officially, but it has been here since 2 years, which is my mean. They might make Madagascar 4. I'm just saying they might, which is what it means. Can we get the return of penguins in Madagascar? But let me tell you, crossover between them and the bad guys will be awesome. I'm saying that again. Just there's I think many possibilities you can do between those two franchises. Of course, in the bad guys too, there's no confirmation or something like that, but I think there's a potential for that. And I know, I think, but of course, some of you gonna say in the comments, but they should just adaptate the books. I know, but the rest of the books is very complicated to just turn into the movie. But I think I won't mind a crossover actually. Let me know in the comments if you want to actually see the crossover between the bad guys and the penguins of Madagascar. Now, jumping to the possible release date for the Bad Guys 3. And on the one day I was scrolling after the Bad Guys 2, I was scrolling through Twitter, and one of my friends that I will shout out to find something on the box office list, something. She finds an untitled DreamWorks movie on releasing on September 22, 2028. And what that movie can be? The Bad Guys 3. Because if you see the schedule between The Bad Guys 1 and 2, the both release. Well, The Bad Guys 2 come out 3 years after the original film, which is the movie took to make 3 years. And of course, and so The Bad Guys 3 is still airing developer. We have no release date. We might even not know it will come out in 3 years. But based on the schedule of the second film, they take 3 years to make. I can guarantee you, we getting The Bad Guys 3 in 2028. I'm like, bro, I gonna be 19. I gonna go to college probably. I gonna have a job. Like, really, waiting 3 years for another movie is actually kind of painful now after the ending. If this is true, maybe. But remember, it's not officially confirmed something. Of course, DreamWorks have different movies in a developer, so maybe the Bad Guys 3, maybe it's not the Bad Guys 3, but I will be surprised with this. And back to the topic of many books, I think they should just do two-part finale, because I don't know, I don't think you can end on a trilogy. How are you gonna fit all 20 books into 3 movies and a show that I heard it's coming after the sequel from what I heard actually. They should just do two-part finale, because I think it much working with the pacing and all. Well, and that's it. All for the spoiler review. I'm sorry if this wasn't like the thing that you expected. You know, like I said, it's just my first time recording a spoiler review. I hope you're gonna enjoy that video. If you want me to do like some of the bad guys news, let me down in the comments. Comments your opinions about the film, your favorite scene, your least favorite moment, your criticism, your issue with the movie, and your prediction for the third film, and all. I was Maxtop, and you watched The Bad Guys 2 spoiler review. See you later.